What's good, YouTube? It's boardzy, and in this video we're going to be going over the top 5 mice from winter 2020. This is a similar idea to Brandon Taylor's video. I think that's his name. Yeah, Brandon Taylor. I thought it was Tyler for whatever reason. Similar idea. I'm not going to say I didn't take his idea, but obviously the mice are going to be different. Yeah, I'm going to split this into 5 parts, one for each mouse, and enjoy the video. Make sure to like and sub, use code boardzy in the Fortnite item shop. So coming in at number 5 on the list of top mice is going to be the glorious Model D. This is a very large mouse, made for people with hands on the larger side, that weighs in at 69 grams, I believe. It's either like 1 or 2 more, don't really know, don't really care. And this mouse is going to be $50, which makes it super affordable. And obviously I'm not going to go over everything in depth, but I'll just do it quickly. Super light, crispy clicks, a bit of post travel, but really it's a solid click. A nice rubberized scroll wheel, which is basically silent and just feels really satisfying. Nearly perfect side buttons. I'd say these are the best side buttons aside from the Ultralight 2, and yeah, they're just honestly great. They are a bit high up, which is kind of an issue, but you can always hit the bottom of them if that is going to be an issue. And a nice little matte finish, but the issue is that it does pick up a lot of sweat on the sides, but unless you have like absurdly sweaty hands like me, that's not really an issue. On the bottom of the mouse, it has nice PTFE feet, and I forgot to tell you guys, but you should definitely use these. Might make a video just dedicated to that because of how good it is. You can see the glide. Glides pretty fast. Woo, mouse go burger. The cable is nice and flexible, and when you put it in a bungee, it feels nearly wireless. Hold on, my mouse needs to like spin out, but whatever. You can tell that it has a nice flexible cable. It obviously has sick RGB light, and it has a 3360, which is obviously just the standard top of the line sensor. Very good, works very well, no issues there. The reason this mouse is at number 5 and not any higher is because it's super big and it's not going to be for everybody. It has an ergo shape, and it's really not going to be suitable for people with hands on the smaller side. But if you do have hands on the bigger side and you want a budget mouse, this is probably going to be the mouse for you. See you guys for number 4. Coming in at number 4 on the list is going to be the Final Mouse Ultralight 2. This mouse is super good, super light, like around 50 grams. But it is going to cost $120, and it's not going to be suitable for most people, which is why it's not any higher on the list. It's super small. It's made for people who play a fingertip grip, or if you have super small hands, I suppose you could palm it. Not really claw because there isn't a big hump, but yeah. This mouse is definitely going to be made for people with hands on the smaller side, or if you play fingertip. The clicks are great, super crispy, super crunchy, literally perfect clicks. They sound so satisfying, and this mouse does feel like it has a bit less debounce time than some other mice. I'm not sure if that's just placebo or what. The scroll wheel is no resistance, which you might like, you might not. Personally, I don't love it, but it's whatever. I modded the scroll wheel, but it doesn't change how it feels. The side buttons are super clicky, which is honestly great. Probably the best for building in Fortnite in terms of like actuation, because like they're instant, they're so light to activate. This mouse has holes all around, so it is going to be lighter, and it's not going to pick up sweat at all, which, as you know, for me that is a thumbs up. But if you have that bitch ass phobia, trypophobia, if you're a beta male, this mouse isn't going to be for you. The cord, it's not a paracord on the stock cable, but it gets the job done. If it's in a bungee, it works perfectly fine, feels wireless. The feet, I also have modded the feet, but it comes with PTFE feet, so again, they get the job done. I'll show you a glide test with the MS3 feet, and it has a 3360 sensor, which is a thumbs up. The real only issue with this mouse is the fact that it's $120, so it is going to be the second most expensive mouse on this list, and it's only in stock on Max Gaming. So I'm really not going to be recommending this mouse because I do believe there are better options, but if you want to pay the price, it's definitely a solid mouse, great build quality. See you guys for number 3. Coming in at number 3 on the list is going to be the G Pro Wireless. This mouse is 80 grams with the bottom plate in and 77 without it. Personally, I take it out, and it is going to come in at $150. But I do feel like you can justify this purchase. This mouse is wireless, obviously, and that feel is definitely worth a bit of extra money. It's just depending on how much you want it. I definitely recommend this mouse for anybody who has the budget because it has an extremely neutral shape, I'd say. It's really good for any type of grip, basically, as far as I'm concerned, and most hand sizes will be able to find something that's comfortable with this mouse. It has super crispy, crunchy clicks. Some people don't like them. I don't understand how. If you're in that camp of losers, make sure to let me know why you don't like the clicks. But yeah, they're great for me. Scroll wheel is super loud and a bit, it has like a perfect feel for me. I'm not too picky with my scroll wheels, but yeah, it is pretty loud, and it has a completely silent click, which I don't get it, but you know, you don't have to always ask questions. It has a bit of RGB, which gives it a nice touch. It also makes my camera go out of focus, which is unfortunate. The side buttons are a bit mushy and not the best. I believe this is because they use magnets to connect, but it kind of annoys me. They are a pretty comfortable height though, so solid side buttons, like solid enough. No cord, obviously. It has the charging connector here, and it has a little trident thing. Not bothering to show you guys that. You get the point. The feet, the standard feet are Teflon glides, but I would strongly suggest upgrading to either Hyperglides or some form of PTFE feet, because it really does give the mouse a whole new experience. And since it's wireless, it has one of the most smooth glides with the PTFE feet, so definitely recommend that. I'm pretty sure it uses the light speed sensor or the hero sensor, some shit. I don't know, it fucking tracks well, not too much to say there. Goes up to an absurd DPI. It might be 32K, might not be, don't really care. Basically this mouse is extremely neutral and it's so good. Like, if I were to main this mouse, I would be an absolute goon at whatever game I wanted to play. Definitely recommend this mouse if you have the money, but it is going to be $150, which is why I don't recommend it at number 1. So coming in at number 2 on the list is going to be the Viper Mini. This is the cheapest mouse on the list at $40. And it's honestly just a great mouse for the price. Even like if this mouse was like $30 more, it would still be a great value. It is on the smaller side, but it does make up for it. It feels a bit bigger in your hand, but still definitely not. It's a small mouse. It's not a medium-sized mouse by any means. The clicks, super solid. Very light to activate, and they use the Razer Epic technology to be a bit lighter and have lower debounce time. The scroll wheel is great, has a little orgasm bumps, and honestly just feels great, like perfect. The click is relatively easy as well. The side buttons are great compared to the other Viper. That's why the other Viper is not on this list, because the side buttons are dog shit, and I don't like the shape as much. I just don't think it's a very good shape. These side buttons are great. They're a bit hard to actuate, but that's the only issue I can think of. Overall, the coating is decent. It has a nice grippy feel, but it does pick up a bit of sweat, which is unfortunate. The feet, it uses PTFE feet, which are great. The standard Viper didn't. So yeah, glides. Feels like a Zowie mouse, kind of. Like the glide does, not the mouse. It uses a 3359. It goes up to 8500 DPI, which isn't obviously as good as 16,000, but if you need more DPI, you are weird. The cord isn't good, not gonna lie and say it is. It's better than a rubber cable, but it is not good. It's super stiff, holds its shape, and you can see in the cord test that it is not epic. The reason this mouse is not number one is because the shape is not gonna fit a good bit of people. It's made for sort of claw or relaxed claw grip. Maybe you could palm it if your hands are small enough, but honestly, this mouse, $40, great build quality, great aspects aside from the cord and a nice little bit of RGB. It's really good, and it's definitely going to be one of the best, like, pure budget mice, like if you're on an absurdly low budget. It fits my grip decently, but it's not my main mouse because it just doesn't fit as good as the number one mouse. So I don't think it's really going to work for most people as well as the number one mouse is. Yeah, time for the number one mouse. Drum roll. The number one mouse on my list is going to be the Endgame XM1. I'm sure most of you guys who are devout followers of myself already knew this, but honestly, I just love this mouse and I couldn't recommend it enough. It feels like there's seriously no input lag when you play, and it also feels wireless. This is the best cord on the market, stock cord that is. Genuinely just an insane stock cord, love it so much, and it's just nearly perfect. The clicks are super light, and they use analog technology, which does something epic, and I just love it. Solid clicks. The scroll wheel is honestly probably the biggest flaw, because it's a bit on the smaller side, and it's a bit loud, but the sound doesn't really matter. It performs perfectly fine in game. The side buttons are a perfect height and very easy to activate. They don't have the best sound, but it's fine because they are pretty good performance-wise. Went over the cord already. The feet are 4 nice little rounded edges, epic. PTFE feet, you can see it glides very well, and it is, I'm pretty sure, the only mouse on this list, maybe the G Pro Wireless, but it features a 3389 sensor, which I don't think it's the reason why, but it tracks perfectly, and it also does feel like this mouse is a bit faster than the other mice. I'm not sure why that is, but you gotta believe me when I tell you that. I am not trolling. But yeah, this mouse has no software, everything's on board. This mouse is 70 grams and it has the best coating on the market. And you're not going to get any sweat on this, you're never going to lose your grip, and it just feels great. And it has a shape that's made for people with medium hands, but like the G Pro Wireless, aside from super small hands, basically anybody's going to be able to find a comfortable grip on this mouse. It's made for people who use sort of like claw / relaxed claw and maybe palm if you have a bigger hand grips, but you could get away with fingertipping it potentially. I personally choose to do a sort of relaxed claw and sometimes claw, but yeah, the shape is very good for most grip styles. It is a bit on the larger side in terms of mice though, and it weighs 70 grams, which is a perfect sweet spot weight. I can't say enough good things about this mouse. You guys have seen the gameplay clips, and this is undoubtedly my main mouse. Might make a video going into depth on why it's my main mouse, but for $60, this is definitely the best mouse when you take into consideration the price and what you're getting for your value. It's just great. It is terrific. It is spectacular. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks Brandon Tiller for the idea. Peace.